He's a butler though.
Oh,
Oh, good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh yeah, we're live.
we're live. We're live and out of quarantine, so we can be together.
I know, so we are together. I'm Shelley Butler.
I'm Yves.
Oh, and this is Mindset Monday. We are so excited about being together. We are out of lockdown. Oh, oh.
We're only supposed to be 50% though. I don't know, like
What do you mean?
Well, it's 50% capacity, so we're only going to be 50% capacity today.
Okay.
Okay. That's part of lockdown rules.
Is it?
No,
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I know we're at level 2, and I know that I no longer have to just be with my own bubble, my own family.
See, I'm not I guess I don't pay attention to that. Like I just don't pay attention to any of that. Really. Like I do observe the rule, but I didn't know we were at 50%.
Yeah, what you know is my coffee shop isn't open.
Yeah, so I drive
we must
through.
be in lockdown.
Yeah, so I drive through and I adapt to that. Like, okay, well, they're not open. I don't make a big thing out of it. I drink my coffee in my car. Or I drink
Same
my
here.
coffee here and
Yeah.
No biggie. And if you're open, they're open. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just adapt like that.
Absolutely. I don't put a whole lot of stock into it either. I do want to follow the rules. I do want to be a team player.
Yeah, so like, this is interesting because our question today is, what does it take to be a team player? Well, I think you need to accept the rules. Like that's the first thing. Like if you're going to play hockey, right? And there's a set of rules. And if you don't follow the rules and you start tripping everybody or tackling people, well, you're not playing the same game, are you? Like you're playing football and we're trying to play hockey.
Most definitely.
And then people will see you as cheating or not playing by the rules. And so rules like if we think of like my French coming. Jesus. I'm at 50%. So
yeah, okay, I hear you.
I'm 50% French today or 50% And so this is just a thought that I'm having here. Like we're talking about what does it take to be a team player, and I think one of the things that we have to not accept is in order to play in society or in a business, we have rules at Dovico. No blaming, no gossiping. That's rules that we have.
Right.
You are responsible. That's a rule that we have.
Yep.
So we're responsible for taking action and being responsible for your job and and then listening. That's another rule we have. Like you have to be part of a team.
Yeah.
So these are rules that we have. It's like playing hockey. And if you don't abide by the rules, then other players are going to look at you and say, well, why does that person not abide by the rules, right? And the rules are there to create a play, if you want. If we think of a rule as there to create restriction, we have it wrong. It's there to create a play, like a game. Like if we like a Dovico, like we come here and we play a game. We're playing a game, and we're having fun. And if we play by the rules, you're gonna have fun. But if you take the rules as a way to restrict you, you're not gonna have fun.
That's right.
Right. And so if you're not gonna have fun, you're not gonna be a team player because you're gonna be playing by yourself. Right. You're gonna be hogging the puck. You're gonna be not like collaborating with other people because you don't play by the rules. So I would say the first thing that a person needs to do to be a team player is figure out what the rules are. And a lot of these rules are unwritten. That's the interesting thing too, right?
Yeah.
They're not written anywhere in businesses. They're not like, here are the rules to play. And so we spend a lot of time in businesses to look at values and look at the vision, but we don't
mission statement.
But we don't take a lot of time. And this is what we do at Dovico. We take a lot of time looking at our rules to play.
Yeah.
Like for example, no blaming and no gossiping. These are our rules to play. Right?
Yeah.
You are responsible. That's our rules to play. Right.
Yeah.
Creating moments. That's a rule to play. And if we abide by those rules, then we can all have fun. And you can be a team player. I think that's one of the most important things.
I do too. And I think that rules are put there, but they're also they're put there not to cause angst, right? But if you have concern or worry, instead of blaming, like you say, who made these rules? These rules don't seem right, discuss it. start to talk about it. And you don't have to be angry to discuss it.
No, it's just a rule.
It's
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
it's
maybe-
just a rule.
and
So
maybe-
maybe there's place for that rule
To change
to be
it,
expanded
improve, yeah,
or to be improved upon. But if you go into your hole and you start to gossip to all the other Doviconians about this bad rule, instead of actually just bringing it up in one of our Monday morning meetings and saying, hey, I don't really dig
Yeah.
that rule, or I don't find that rule to, it may be your belief. It may be something that is set aside in your DNA, in your psyche, that is put against me. That is there for me.
Well, they like people take rules as a removal of freedom, right? And
Absolutely.
what we don't understand that like the freedom doesn't come from having no rules. Freedom comes from like the acceptance of who you are.
Mhm.
So you're in a cage because you make things up, make stories up about these rules that impede you. Oh, I can't go 200 kilometers an hour, so therefore I'm not free. Well, that's not true, right?
That's right.
Yeah. It's like we make that up, right? We make things up in order to pretend, right, that we want to create the rules. We want to create a new game every time. We want to be the creator of the game. Well, if you want to create your own game, then go somewhere else and create your own game and create your own rules, right?
Yeah.
This is the other thing that I think is important to make sure you have it. You should always match the color of the CEO's dress.
Right.
That's like that.
Yeah.
Like this team player or what?
We showed
Like
up.
that.
Yeah, we showed up.
Good thing you
So
called me.
dark.
Told
I
me.
know, right?
Always be matching the CEO, whatever the CEO is wearing.
Do that.
Matching.
Do that. You'll
That's
be
a
in.
rule. You'll be in.
Should have seen us trying to find some place away from the white cupboard so we just didn't look like heads. Yes. Talking heads. Yeah. I never even thought about it right as I was walking out. I usually wear my Dovico shirt, but it's cold today. So t-shirt wasn't quite enough. Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Because we got about a 7-foot bank out in the front
Yeah,
here.
you know,
So
the weather in New Brunswick, wait a day.
yeah, absolutely. What a whole lot of storms we've had,
Yeah.
Anyways, teams, we've been discussing lots about teams lately, and it's kind of been our theme. And I've been really thinking a lot about teams. And when we start in business, in any business that you're in, when you start a project,
Yeah.
what's the first thing you do is you pick a team to work on that project.
Yeah, you pick your players. Like a player.
You pick your
You pick your players. I
Yeah.
want that player and I want that player. And if you pay attention to which player you're picking, it's not only skill. Like you're looking at skill, like who can do the job, but you're also looking at, will that person be a team player? Right.
Well, and is that,
Yeah.
what kind of dynamics are we
Yeah.
going to have on that team?
Like, can I have a meeting like without argument? Can I have a meeting without confrontation? Can we all agree on certain things? Like you're looking for a person that understands the rules of playing the game that you're trying to figure out, right?
So our
Yeah.
beliefs come into play big time.
Oh yeah.
And we decide
Yeah.
what we've seen in those people
Yeah.
in the past,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And we decide
Yeah.
how they're going to come.
Yeah.
Right.
We make representations
We-
about what they are and how they're going to behave.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Right.
Yeah.
Instead of introducing the project to the entire team,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And perhaps having volunteers
Yeah.
come to that project.
Yeah.
We decide as the leaders
So we're going to pick the team.
that we're going to pick the team.
Yeah.
And do we set ourselves up for failure at that point?
Well, I think we do because mostly we're wrong about representations.
I
Right.
believe
Yeah.
that mostly we're
Yeah.
wrong about representations.
So when we put a person in our box, right?
Yeah.
We're trying to simplify that person to, well, this is the way they behave and this is what they do. And what we do by doing that is like we're not allowing creativity. We're not allowing that person to actually be a human being, right? Like to be there and show up. So I would say instead of doing that, like pick where you want to go and then say the rules and say who wants to play.
Yeah.
And then let people show up.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing at Dovico. We say, well, these are
And that's what we're doing at Dovico.
Yeah, this is where we're going, right? And these are the rules. You want to come and play. And recently we had 2 new team members like come into our show up team, right? And there's a couple of rules that we have. Like one is a mood check. And one of the team member didn't like that. He didn't like that rule. He wanted to do something else. And I thought, well, that's interesting. What do you want to do? And he explained it and said, well, and I told him, okay, that's good. But these are the rule of our team. And it's work for us.
Yeah.
Right. So you want to play. That's exactly what do you want to play?
Yeah.
And you know what he said? Yeah. Yeah. I just want to play. Yeah. And just play with us and discover what it means to you. And so it took one meeting for him to get there.
Well, he felt heard, right?
Yeah.
As soon as you're able to give up your belief.
Yeah.
Right. By giving up, I mean, not letting go of it. I don't mean that like all of a sudden it's cured. It's out of your anxious mind. Like, I don't mean that. I just mean a lot of times when you just verbalize it.
Right. That's it.
A lot of times when you just verbalize it, it will actually go away. You can actually be in your truth instead of being your beliefs. Be in your mental block. People aren't contracts. It's there's no 4 corners of this 8.5 by 11 or 8.5 by 14.
We're malleable. We're like, holy,
we absolutely
just
are.
because we look the same doesn't mean
we are.
My God, no.
So silly. Yeah. So I think it's really important. At Dovico, we're still we're going through this flat organization process. And we started so many years ago, honestly, with carrots.
We did with carrots. I remember that.
We started with carrots.
I wanted to give my wife a job.
well, interesting enough, that's kind of how it started. How can she be part of Dovico as well and serve Dovico?
And she's all about the food and nutrition and healthy food.
Yeah. We were truly in a servant leadership then, the beginning of servant leadership, and weren't really sure how to do that. But
with carrots. That's
it started. It not only did it even before that, I was kind of mapping it out a while ago, and it started with answering the phone with a purpose.
Yes. Yeah.
And it went on to carrots.
Yeah.
And it went on to washing
a cup.
It went on to routines.
Carrot became a new rule, which is you got to taste your own food, like make your own food, right? Whatever you bring. Right. I remember my wife bringing these carrots. People, where do they take these carrots? Well, she's very picky about the carrots. Like, so for her, like the food that she was bringing at that time was the best that she could bring.
Absolutely.
Like tasting your own food. So when you're making a product or you're making a service, taste your own food.
Yeah.
Don't expect other people to taste it. But I just want to go back. Can I go back to because I had a discovery there with this like question. And like on the rules, now we'll circle back to what you were going to if that's in a second. But like this is interesting. Like instead of leaders saying these are the rules, well, why don't we just say these are the rules of the game? Like, do you want to play the game?
Yeah.
Does it make that a little easier? I think it makes it easier. These are the rules of our game. Come and play the game. Like we're playing a game. It doesn't sound as rigid or as like authoritarian or like I can't say that word. Like this is the rule.
The dictator of it all.
Patriotic system.
Yeah,
that word.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't sound like that. And I like that. I'm gonna take that. I think I'm gonna take that on more and say, well, these are the rules of our game. Do you want to come and play our game? Right. And then be discovery in that game. Like play the best game you can. Like bring your talent, bring your value in that game. In the rules or the way that we play so that we can have fun.
It takes the seriousness of the business aspect out of it. Some would take to that. Yeah. And some would say, based on their beliefs, they would say, well, they're not taking it seriously enough. Right.
Yeah, but then they can go play another game. And that would have been that's my thing. Like come and play the game. You want to play with us in our rules. And if you don't want to, that's okay.
Yeah.
There's other games out there. Go play
and understand that you can make rules too. Understand that you get to be part of that.
That creation
you want to be. So instead of getting in angst or getting in suffering of
let's go play
the rule.
Yeah.
Right. Let's talk about the rule.
Yeah.
Let's make it better. Let's obliterate it. What can we do to make our day-to-day better? And at Dovico, that's truly all it really is. Like when I looked at the things that we put in place, in no way, shape, or form did you and I sit down and say, this is the workflow.
No, we didn't.
And this is how we're going to get here.
Mm.
It truly has been stumbling blocks all the way.
Or discoveries. Can we do that? Why do you say stumbling blocks?
Well, because we stumbled upon things.
Oh, okay,
that worked,
yeah, discovery.
right?
Okay, yeah, same thing. Yeah,
discoveries, most definitely.
Yeah, but there were stumbling blocks. Like every time we,
oh my God,
we hit a wall. Oh my, what is this? Okay, how do we kind of go over that stumbling block too?
Yeah,
and then we create a new way to play. Yeah,
most definitely. Yeah. And to get that, we had to go out and talk to a lot of people. We had to go out and get teachings from a lot of people.
Yeah.
Everybody that we thought had the answers, after a few years, we realized they didn't have the answers either. And it was okay for me, all of a sudden, it was okay not to have the answers.
Like I'm gonna acknowledge you for something here. Like one of the things that that you do very well is you pay attention. Like it's you forget like your knowing, you forget your memory, and you pay attention to what's in front of you. And I think if you pay attention to what's in front of you, that's a skill set that very few people have. Paying attention to how you're thinking or how you're reacting and what's in front, what's real, right? Mm-hmm. If you can do that, then you can actually have fun and be in play and be in discovery, and then go over those stumbling blocks that we have such a hard time doing. And I just want to acknowledge you for that, because since the first time I saw you answering the phone, right? Because I paid attention to you answering the phone. Like it was a discovery for me. That's when I discovered Shelley, Butler, the leader, because you were handling like 15 calls at the time. It's like an octopus answering the phone. I'm thinking, what the hell is going on here? And it was nice to see. And from that, we discovered answer the phone with a purpose, right?
Yeah, well, you did. So you've always been the idea guy, and for me, some of it stuck and some of it I was able to like action it and follow it through, right?
You're supposed to say thank you after I give you an acknowledgement.
Thank you. And I do appreciate that, because awareness is something I've been working on,
I'm so happy to see you.
I know. Oh my God, social connection. We get to touch. I know.
Legal? Yeah, it's legal.
It's legal. Yeah.
By the rules.
By the rules.
Having fun with the rules.
Having fun with the rules.
And that's what
no
we do.
angst over the rules
We didn't stop doing Mindset Monday. We didn't stop to connect. We still connected most days.
Of course, most days.
Yeah. Well, most days,
yeah.
And but there is like playing by the rules, and then where can we play in the rules? And we've been doing that. We've been playing in the rules and using the rules. Yeah.
We have, and I no longer have angst with rules. I no longer
really.
Yeah, I no longer. I no longer get really upset about what or who set the rule. If it works for me, it works for me. If it doesn't, I just change rooms. Like I said, make up my own rules elsewhere.
I'm gonna go play somewhere else.
I'm going to go play somewhere else.
Yeah. If you don't like the game, then there's lots of games going on, and there are lots of games going on.
There are tons of games going on. So I want to acknowledge you, because the one thing that you showed me through vulnerability was awareness.
Mm-hmm.
So you called it conscious leadership for a long time, or being conscious.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? I think for me, it's awareness. And it started for me with the mood checks, actually, because as you would say, Shelley, what's your mood? I know it was coming up to me, and the whole time as it's coming up to me, I'm like, what is my mood? What am I going to say? What is my, do I make it up? And I would feel the time ticking down, but I got over the fact that I had to say something, and actually went into, are you so unaware about your own self that you can't come up with a mood?
Yeah.
So you're in the doing of so many other things that you don't even know what mood you're in. And that laid me in bed.
Yeah.
right? That I journaled that for the longest time. I was like, how am I not aware of my mood? How is just asking me my mood? Like, shouldn't you just say, it's my mood. That's how I'm feeling today. And so I went really deep into it and I went, wow, you are unaware of almost everything about what's happening in your life. You are so in the doing that you are not even present. You're not here. So you're faking presence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
And you're right.
being
Yeah.
quiet and being
Yeah.
at home in lockdown and not going to the escapes.
Yeah, that's why they call it a penitentiary. Like you go in penance, right? And because like you're in solitary confinement, like you blame everybody else, you have all sorts of thoughts, and pretty soon those thoughts turn on you.
Yeah.
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 And this is what COVID has brought me. It's that peace of mind that
Peace.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Like I have no concerns about rules. I have no concern about, but it's a practice. And this mood check is interesting because, that I noticed that too, that I make things up about moods, right? And
To answer the question.
Just to answer the question. And it's becoming like, this is what I'm saying, like to be a good team player, you need to be aware that you're making things up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in that making things up, you're delusional. It's not
absolutely
real.
And we have a rule here at Dovico that if you're feeling that, go play someplace else for that day. You don't need to bring that here.
And -20 barefoot, we'll get rid of that in a second.
In a moment.
Like, cold.
In a moment.
I see all these people taking cold dips, like cold bears.
Yes.
Just go play in the snow for a second.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, some people unfortunately do not have that snow.
No, they don't.
Poor people. We should send them some snow. Oh man, we have so much snow. I don't know. This new computer doesn't show us 5 more minutes.
Okay,
5 more minutes. So
wow, that
went by so quickly. Yeah, we haven't been in the same room for a long time. So you and I think the last time we were together, it was just before lockdown, and we sat here all day. Yeah. We sat here and just brainstormed, just chatted, and I think I got up at 6:30 to go home, kind of thing, So it's a wonderful thing when you can find somebody that is on your team that you can lose time and space in, right? Those conversations, being supported and showing your teammates love and dignity and respect. I mean, there's nothing more important. Angela, who is our theme leader, theme queen. I asked her. Oh, DQ. Let's call her that. Oh my God, she is. Oh, she is DQ. Oh, so she came up with what does it take to be a team player? And I asked her, and she said, accountability, responsible, and be dependable.
And that's true.
So true.
But this is the thing, is I think all of these things are in every human being.
They are.
What is not in every human being is paying attention.
And being aware
of your thoughts.
Your own self.
When you are in delusional mind, you are not accountable. You're not responsible.
That's
you're
right.
not dependable because you're in a delusional mind. You're thinking.
Yeah.
So if you can't be honest with yourself, with your mood, for example, and then say that truth, right, to everybody else, you're not paying attention that you're not here.
That's right.
And if you're not here, well, you're not going to be dependable. Right?
Absolutely.
Right.
If you're already on the team, I want to give you one word of advice this morning. And I think this is the best advice I had ever received. If you're already on the team, you have nothing else to prove. You're already on the team.
You made the team.
You made the team. Yeah. You made the team. So you have really nothing else to prove. Smile. Be part of the team. Show love, dignity, and respect. You don't have to have all the answers. And if you do, you're probably not being that team player.
Yeah, and if you're trying to prove something,
ask yourself why.
Well, then you're not necessarily being responsible, because then you're taking the puck. It's like you're taking the puck and say, I have to prove that I'm going to score the goal. You're being a selfish player, right? So it's not about proving something. It's about showing up with some attention and awareness of who you are.
Yeah.
And saying, well, this is what I do. And then you just do what you do.
Yeah.
Right. And without some attachment. And that's what it takes to be a good team player.
Yeah.
You're showing up in play,
Yeah.
in fun, without a pretense of like, I am better than you.
Yeah.
Right. And this is what causes like most disruptions is like there's a fight to I am better than you. I know more than you. I remember more than you. Well, that doesn't go anywhere. Like if we just paid attention to what's in front of us,
Yeah.
right? And then show up with our what we love to do, right? Then and be in play with what's going on.
Yeah.
Well, then you have a team.
Yeah.
The best teams like have fun.
Yeah.
The best teams like just show up to play. That's
right.
the best team. And it's not about like, it's about honoring the rules and in being in play. And when you do that, you become dependable. You become responsible because you're showing up with your best self, right?
Yeah.
You become dependable because people say, well, this is how he shows up with his best self. I can depend on Yves because he's going to do a video. He's going to do this. This is what he does.
Yeah.
Like he shows up every time like that. And you're in play. Right. And then everybody's looking at everybody saying, oh my God, you're such in play that you go to the next level. And there's a great book on this called The Rise of Superman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
I haven't read it yet.
yeah, oh, it's a real good
Yeah,
book. And
I know,
they
it's
show like the exponential growth of sports like snowboarding and skiing and all these sports and what happened when people are at play. When we discovered play in sports, like the what you could do exponentially grow. Right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So if we could discover being at play in our team, think of how productive we would be, how like exponential we would be.
Yeah.
And so it's back to what does it play mean? Remember when you were a child, you were at play. You didn't care whose team you were on, you were just playing. Right.
You didn't compare your super slider snow skate wipeout to your friend. You just did it.
Yeah.
You just did it. So if you know that you've already made the team, then know that you've already
you're ready to play.
You're already
you got the
you have
jersey.
nothing else
I'm
to
part
prove.
of the team.
Exactly. You've already got your jersey. You have nothing else to prove.
Yeah.
Now you just go in and you support and you
play.
love and you play.
Yeah. Be the best you can be.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Comparison will kill you.
Oh yeah. Well.
And the one thing is if we can love on one another, if we can find that clearing within ourselves, that when we go into that meeting, when we go into that brainstorm session, that you are without reaction, you have no attachment to the income or to the outcome, and you have just released self at the door, right? It's very difficult to release self. That's probably the biggest practice that I've had to go through.
Yeah.
And always working on that every day. But those three things, every time you walk into that team that you've already made it, release your reactions.
Yeah.
No attachment to the outcome, right? Don't take any agenda with you and just release self. Just let that, you can go grab that as soon as you walk outside that door. Yeah. Have fun.
Have fun. And so we'll leave you on this, right? Like we just, in New Brunswick, we just got into our new phase of COVID. So now we can go out, we can mingle, we can go to restaurants, we can go to have a beer, we can have a glass of wine.
Yeah.
We can go out and meet with people. And I'm going to say this. You don't know if this is just for one day.
No.
So go play right now.
Yeah.
Like the first thing you did this morning is you showed up. Go play.
Absolutely.
Like
I couldn't wait to get back here.
So and just be playful in this time.
Yeah.
And do it today. If you wait till tomorrow, there's like so many people that don't make it till tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. So give your jammies a break.
Yeah.
Throw on a pair of jeans. All right.
Okay.
So good. So good. Love, dignity, and respect. Just do that. Just do that. And you will have an amazing day. Get your workout in. So important. I'm Shelley Butler.
I'm Yves Doucet.
And this is Mindset Monday. See you next Monday. Bye.